Well, that was a movie.
Hello and welcome back to First Thoughts. I'm Simon, this is Justin, and today we're giving our first thoughts on Hokum, the new horror film from Neon Studios starring Adam Scott about a man who takes a vacation to Ireland to dump his parents' ashes. And then hokey things happen.
It's a hokum.
Yeah, Hokum and Pokum. I enjoy neon horror movies typically. I put Neon in almost the same category as A24. They have a pretty good track record. They find very good indie artsy horror movies that I typically like, so I was excited for this even though I knew nothing about it. And then at first I was kind of disappointed, and then I was really happy with what it was. And then I thought the ending was only okay. So I had a bit of a roller coaster. How did you feel, Justin?
Yeah, I'd say a bit of a slow start.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like I had heard that going in. I think it was like a little bit of description of like, it's got like a, instead of using jump scares, it builds its tension over the film or whatever. I was like, okay.
Artsy horror, yeah.
Yeah, I was like, okay, that sounds more interesting. And I will say, yeah, it did really become a lot more interesting about the middle half of the movie. If you want to call it that.
Yeah, we need to get into spoilers as quickly as possible because I was questioning the genre of this movie for a while there, where I guess this isn't a spoiler, but I was like, sure, it's horror, but I was like, is this just like a mystery? Because if so, I am all in. And it kind of was mystery, kind of was horror. The mystery wasn't super in depth because they kind of give you the answers as they go.
Yeah.
But I really enjoyed what the plot ended up being. Like I said, the ending, though, was a little bit of a letdown for me. But other than that, and other than the fact that Adam Scott is just such an insufferable, annoying character, it was hard to get invested for a while, but I came around to him.
Hey, man, he's here to spread his parents' ashes, and, he's a writer.
Yeah, the most pretentious asshole piece of shit writer I've ever seen put the screen, which is amazing. It's like, a writer wrote this. I guess he hates himself. I don't know. Oh, and then the opening scene too really had me confused what we were in for a second.
Oh yeah, no.
Yeah, no spoilers, but the opening scene was. I was like, what?
Yeah,
what are we doing?
I didn't quite get, because I knew that he goes to Ireland to spread ashes.
I didn't even know that, man. I knew like nothing about this.
Yeah, because like I hadn't heard of the movie till you bought the ticket, so I was like, okay, what is this? I see horror, and then I don't know what I clicked on next, and it just gave the little description. I'm like, okay, going to Ireland, ashes, whatever. I didn't know how that was gonna quite connect there. It was pretty interesting there.
All I knew was the title, Adam Scott, and I had seen like a tiny bit of the teaser when it dropped on like Twitter or something, which was a couple of shots from, I believe, the bedroom where like, because I remember curtains and a face.
Yeah.
So I had seen that, and that's all I really knew. I think I'd seen some of the rabbit ears or something. So I knew like imagery, and I went, this imagery looks good. I like this. But I didn't know anything about plot at all, and I'm glad I didn't, because I ended up enjoying it more for that, I think. But yeah, it's funny because like I feel like the horror elements are a bit cliche in a way, but for me the horror wasn't really why I liked this movie. I kind of just liked it for the story and, like I said, the mystery that was happening and my own personal internal mystery. I guess it's written that way on purpose. It's supposed to make you question things as an audience, and I was questioning things very hard throughout the entire movie.
Yep. Mostly the main character's sanity, but
Well, I wouldn't put it that way, but yeah, sure. So I had a very entertaining time. I told you right when the movie started, like, this better be good or I'm going to fall asleep because I am exhausted. I'm more awake now than I was before the movie started because it woke me up.
Yeah.
So that's good. And it wasn't just, a jump scare, wake up. I was woken up because I'm like, ooh, I'm interested. So, yeah, I'm not fully confident in my rating for it, but I know I had a good time. What are you thinking?
7.5, maybe 7.
Yeah, I think that's probably fair. 7.5. I think I had enough gripes with it to not give it any higher than that.
Yeah.
But I definitely enjoyed it. It also, to me, this is kind of like a one view thing. Not saying that I didn't enjoy that one viewing, because I did a lot. But I don't know that I'd readily go back to this. Like, I feel like I got what I wanted out of it, and now I'm kind of done with it.
Yeah, I can see that.
And so I don't really want to give it any higher than a 7.5. I don't want to go to an 8 for a movie that I probably won't want to watch again, I don't think. So I think probably I'd stick with a 7.5 as well. It's somewhere in that ballpark. Certainly better than a 6 or 6.5.
Yeah.
So it fits right in that narrow window there, but I don't know. I had a good time. I thought the cast was great. None of the actors were bad. I only recognized Adam Scott. I didn't recognize. I was actually curious about who played Jerry. I really like Jerry. He was played by David Wilmot, who he was in Hamnet. Apparently, he was in The Wonder. He was in the 2012 Treasure Island.
All right then.
I don't recognize him, but I liked him a lot. I thought he was great. I thought the whole cast was good, though. And by the way, it was written and directed by Damien McCarthy, who I haven't seen anything by him before. I think he's fairly new to the scene. It looks like... Oh, he did Oddity a couple years ago. That was a horror movie that got some good reviews. I thought it looked really good, and just the schedule didn't allow for it. I never got around to it. I may have to go back now because I thought it looked really, really interesting. That was the one with the lady who has, like, a wooden statue of a dude sitting at the table.
Okay, then.
Did you not see this trailer?
No.
I remember thinking it looked so interesting, and then I just didn't see it. So, yeah, I do recommend it. Even if horror isn't your genre of choice, if you more like maybe mysteries... this could be for you. Like, I was actually thinking, I don't think I would suggest it to my brother because he really hates horror, but I got close. I got really close to thinking I would suggest it to him because that mystery element is so fun in this movie. But yeah, 7.5, somewhere in that range. We're going to get into spoilers because there's a lot we want to talk about. So if you don't want anything spoilers, you click away, go watch it, come back and we can talk about it then. But don't forget to like, share, follow, subscribe, all that. Thanks, guys.
Bye.
Bye. So, spoilers. I spent the entire movie I had decided about half an hour in, I thought, that none of this was real and it was all in his head. Because it kept coinciding with him drinking or something happening.
Yeah.
And it was always at night. Nothing was during the day. And so I'm like, this is all just in his head. And then I had decided that until the very end of the movie. And because then at the very end of the movie, he has the handcuff things. And you have the voiceover going, things are real. You just need to have your eyes open to see them. And I was like, oh. Okay, I don't like that as much. I think I liked it better when none of it was actually happening.
It would have probably been more interesting if none of it was happening. I did figure it was happening, but...
I just didn't want it to be, I think.
Yeah.
It would have been more original and creative if it wasn't
That
happening.
definitely would have been pretty wild.
Yeah.
Honestly, the more we've talked about this movie, the more it kind of has Shutter Island feel to it, but...
That's
not
interesting.
taking it all the way.
Yeah, it also reminded me of a movie you haven't seen yet still, I don't think, Midsummer.
No.
Where that movie, it never outright says that the whole thing is a drug trip, but there's some very strong fan theories that it is, and I personally believe it is. And so that's kind of where I was in this until, like I said, the very end when I went, okay, well, it just outright said it wasn't, which is kind of lame because I wish it had left it a little bit more open to interpretation. Also, I was kind of hoping it was going to have a sad ending because he says, like, at the beginning how he writes sad endings.
Yeah.
And so I was like, so we're going to get one? And then he wrote a happy ending.
See, but that's the thing.
It's,
Fiona said,
progression.
You gotta write, I won't read it until you
Have the
write a
happy
new ending.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, somehow this ending has to change.
Yeah.
You know, I didn't expect it to quite be the last scene, but, you know, whatever.
Yeah.
It was a nice rewrite for that scene.
Right, and we didn't completely make it happy. Like, Fiona still is dead.
Yeah,
She died. But yeah, no, when it started to get into the mystery of it, and I was like, okay, so there's just like a murder thing happening here, a murder cover-up, and all of this is in his head. It's past trauma of him as a child killing his mom. And I was like, I love this. This is a great plot.
Yeah.
I'm all on board. And then it was like, oh no, but the witch is real. And by the way, you didn't draw your circle fast enough, so now you're in the shackles being dragged to hell. But don't worry, you can just cut your shackles and run away.
Yeah, it was a curious one, because at first I thought, before I noticed that he was in shackles, I thought maybe the witch has some sort of motherly instinct or motherly connection, can sense the motherly anguish in him and decided to let him live while taking the other guy. I was, because like, I didn't know how to explain, all right, you definitely got caught first.
Yeah.
And you definitely didn't make the circle, so why aren't you both getting dragged at the same time?
Right.
Or even, or at least in a line.
Yeah.
And then it's just mother appearance, and now you have this magical file.
You know what was funny, too? Of all the horror movies we've watched in recent years, whether it's psychological horror, body horror, demonic possession horror, all of the various styles of horror, which, you know, many of which have gotten vocal reactions out of me, I think I had my loudest reaction I've ever had to a horror movie, and you know what it was, too? Him falling into water. Because it was old, gross, like, still sitting water that had been there for years and was just disgusting, and he's running away from the witch and he falls into the water. I just I was like, oh! I don't know why that got me more than anything else. I was just like, because it was more real. It's more gross. And I was just like, oh no, the water, ew.
Splash in his mouth.
God, he's gonna die from infections. But yeah, I was glad to see Adam Scott's character had some sort of arc, because golly, he was a fucking dick.
Yeah.
I hated him so much at the beginning. And also then, to be fair, once you realize he's suicidal, him being an asshole makes a little more sense. But I was like, I still don't fully forgive you yet. You're still being a dickhead. And then he got nicer by the end, and I was just like, okay, good, because Jesus Christ, you're insufferable. Like, I cannot root for you or be invested in the story with you being this much of an asshole. I just can't. But that really shocked me when they open the door, turns the light on, and he's hanging. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I didn't think that was real at first.
No, I thought we were in some sort of, like, nightmare sequence or something.
Yeah.
Because we'd had a couple of nightmare-ish things happen.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay. And then he goes into a nightmare. I'm like, oh, wait. And then I was like, is the rest of the movie him gonna be, like, in hell? What is going on? Because he's, like, in the elevator, and there's, like, this wailing, crying sound. I'm like, is he going to hell right now? What is happening? So my mind was all over the place watching this movie, which is fun. Because it also reminded me of Cuckoo. But how it was better than Cuckoo was by the time it wrapped, I felt like I understood the movie.
There you go.
And that was still my biggest complaint with Cuckoo, was it when it was over, I was like, okay, I guess. I don't know. I'm starting to fall asleep again.
See, there's no movie on time.
Yeah, the adrenaline is running out.
You got the finale, and it wasn't the most exciting thing in the world.
No, it wasn't. I really wanted something more or less. It was just too middle of the road. I wanted either him to just, like, die, or for him to find out all of it wasn't real. Like when the guy's like, hey, I'm sorry, I spiked your shit. I was like, yep, exactly. And then he's like, oh, you spiked it? And then he looks down and immediately he goes, oh, no, it is real. And I was just like, oh, okay, you didn't even let us sit with that idea that none of it was real. It just went, hey, it wasn't real. Yes, it was.
Yeah, no, it's real. Yeah, they found a couple of bodies there. Still working for that one guy,
Yeah. The visuals were a lot of fun, though, because, like, the witch herself wasn't scary at all, which
No.
I think they knew. She didn't look scary, but the way they would hide her in the shadows was very well done, because she was in all black, I guess, or all dark clothing.
It's like grayish.
And her face is bright white.
Yeah.
And so it's like when she's coming down the hallway, you only see her face kind of bobbing around. And I was like, that was well done. It kind of reminded me of, like, the Nun sort of thing. He's riding up the elevator and he looks down and you see her face kind of, like, in the middle of the elevator shaft, and then he goes, and I was like, that's cool. I like the scene a lot when he was in bed after he had drawn the circle around the bed and she's just circling the bed trying to find a break in the chalk. Oh, that was fun. That was really fun. That section of the movie, in between him finding Fiona and drawing that circle,
Yeah.
that the movie was peak right then.
That
Like
was pretty great.
that half hour or whatever that was, probably shorter, was just, I was like, I love this movie. Like, I was like, top 3 movie of the year right here.
Yeah.
And then it kind of tailed off after that. But
He was riding back up in the cart, and he felt he was safe at the top, and the thing, and the little golfer hits it
Yeah.
again.
yeah, I was like, yo!
Literally,
That section was the most vocal our crowd got.
Yeah.
So we're both pretty loud too in that moment. But it's like, he's put his entire life into the hands of this stupid clock, just banking on it. And of course, it's taking longer than he thought it would. And so the witch is coming down the hallway, and he's like, up, 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 up. And then finally it goes up, and he's like, oh, thank God. And then it presses the button again, and so I'm like, oh! But yeah, no, I don't know what's going through your head. I know it's a horror movie. You have to make dumb decisions if the plot don't happen. But I'm like, why the fuck are you going down there?
No.
And if you're going down there, why the fuck are you leaving the elevator? Just stay in the dumbwaiter and don't move. Like, if you know that thing is gonna just bink and tink and it goes away forever, no, I am not fucking leaving. I mean, I'm not going down there, but if I got the balls or just the boredom from being trapped up there long enough to go down, I would go down with the light, look around, go like, nope, and go straight back up.
1 second. As soon as I wouldn't even get out the thing. As soon as I get down, flashlight. Oh, that's real dark. Whoop,
Yeah. You see the
Back
lights
up.
flickering in the hallway? Fuck no. And then, okay, let's take it a step further. Say I actually do get out, because like it's an hour until the thing, well, not an hour, but it's a while until the thing goes.
Yeah.
So I'm like, all right, I've got a while. I might as well look around, walk down. I see a wall, a fence of charms hanging like in a fucking voodoo thing. I ain't fucking passing that.
No,
I'm not. I've seen enough horror movies. I don't know exactly what it means, but I know I'm safer on this side than I'm on that side, and I'm not going over there.
There's some invisible line here. I take a step over, I'm getting dragged to hell or something. I don't know what.
No.
But, nope.
Not going.
Nope.
Not doing. Not today, ma'am.
And I'm gonna start doing everything I know. Every prayer I learned from just reading the Bible, every Catholic school prayer. I'm gonna genuflect all like crazy. Dash some salt over my shoulder.
Here's another alternate idea though that I thought during it. It was like, because at a certain point, if I'm being chased by the witch, I know at that point instinct takes over, and you're just like, I need to survive. I need to survive. I feel like I would probably almost just shut down though and be like, okay, I'm dead. I give up. I'm just gonna lay down here. Just be gentle when you kill me, please. Like, I don't know. I would like, if I genuinely see a witch floating across the hall at me, what the fuck am I gonna do? Run away? Fuck no. Like, I mean, I can't do anything. I'm dead.
Yeah, no, I feel like I gotta try to run at first, but then I'm a fall.
Yeah.
A door's gonna be locked, and it's just gonna be like, oh, damn.
Yeah, no, literally, the first minor inconvenience, I'm just crying. I'm just done. I'm toast. If I fell in that bathtub, I'm drowning myself in that bathtub.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not. I'm just like, I'm gonna kill myself before she can.
Oh yeah. See, you got the right idea, and that's why, in the case of a zombie apocalypse,
Bang!
bang, immediately. I don't need to survive. I'm good. I did my time here. Clearly, the world don't want us no more.
This is also why I thought that, like, it wasn't real and was all hallucinations and shit, because how the fuck are you falling asleep in that bed as she's circling that bitch?
No.
No.
I don't care how much, adrenaline is released or stress from my body or whatever the hell. Nothing could put me to sleep there.
No.
I could stay awake for a week in that bed.
Yeah.
A goddamn month in that bed.
Yeah.
Nothing would put me to sleep.
You know, some guys, like, actually really, like, some guys really struggle to, like, fall asleep without, like, jerking off. You think he jerked off in front of her in order to fall asleep?
Listen. You know what? In that case, I get it. All right?
She just, like, stops patiently.
If
He's
it's
like,
gonna
no,
be my last
I'm
time.
into it. The sharp teeth, into it. That mascara, great.
I can work with this.
She's just like,
It's not my proudest joke, but damn it.
I'm gonna go in the elevator now. Goodbye. That's the scene that they cut. We didn't get to see that.
That'd be in Scary Movie 7.
That'd be great, honestly. Yeah, I don't know. It was good. I wish that they had committed to a little bit more, because I felt like it was just a little bit middle of the road. It was kind of safe, where it's like, is it not real? Is it all? Is it? Nah, yeah, it's just the floating bitch. I was like, okay, I've seen that before, you know? Like I said, the horror is kind of not hokey, but like I've seen it before. Like it's the same old with her.
Yeah.
She doesn't do anything new or different, and that's why I was like, it would have been more fun if it's like, oh, this is just a murder mystery, and he happens to be on drugs the entire time. Like, that's a plot right there. And not to mention depressed and going through a lot of shit, and they're saying, hey, look, this place is haunted, so that's getting in your head.
Yeah.
That could have really worked, and I wish that they had gone that way. It kind of feels weird that they didn't, and I almost wonder if, like, this is an alternate ending, because, like, the original idea, either test audiences didn't like, or producers nixed it, or whatever, but it's like, it's weird to write a story around this premise and not have it be that, you know?
Yeah, I could see that happening.
Because why else go that way if you're not actually going to commit to it? It seems kind of weird.
That rabbit motherfucker was creepy as shit.
Fucking Pennywise on the TV. What does he chant in it?
You'll float too?
You'll float too, yes. But there's the part I was trying to think of is like when he's telling him to kill his dad. He says something.
Oh, dang. I know what you're talking about, but I can't.
I don't remember.
Get him.
Get him. Yeah, that's it. Get him. Get him, get him, get him, get him. Strike with venom. Get him.
It's a very inspirational scene.
Yeah, I don't remember, but clip it, put that on TikTok. Somebody will find that funny. It's definitely for the artsy horror lover in your life, but it's not the artsiest.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, I don't want to say baby's first artsy horror movie, but it's in that vein. Like, it's kind of beginner artsy horror, which is more accessible to some people. So throw it their way. It has some fun jump scares in there too, so you won't completely lose your average audience member.
Yeah.
Just not a lot. So kind of middle of the road. Has its hands in a couple different honeypots. It's fine. It's fun. More than fine. It's good. I just think it could have been even better, and that's why I'm coming across a little lukewarm about it.
That ending really got you.
It did. It's disappointing. Do you not feel the same way?
I don't feel as much as you, because I kind of assumed it was real most of the film. But had I not, yeah.
Assuming it wasn't real made the movie more enjoyable.
It is a more interesting idea than it being real.
Yeah. All right, so that's what we had to think. What do you guys think, though? Let us know in the comments below. And, of course, don't forget to like, share, follow, subscribe. Bye.
Bye.